What's up, patrons? Back with another one. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, man, we back with another one. Shout out to the free thinkers, all that kind of good
Shout out to
stuff.
everybody, man. We back to Rush.
Yeah, man. You know,
it's a big deal.
Dude, man, Rush is one of my faves now, man. That's one of my favorite bands, man. I really like Rush a lot. We did the Working Man, which is still on the playlist.
Dude, Working Man is mine. That and like Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell are probably my most played songs that we've done, at least.
Crazy.
On my playlist, man. So Rush is a big deal. You guys have been
man.
going hard. I know every time we do Rush, it's just like when we do Gojira or Metallica. It's always a movie.
Absolutely.
The fans are very passionate, very dedicated, and it's always a good time, man. We tend to like Rush. I don't know if we've ever not liked a Rush song. Since we've been doing this, have we?
I don't think so. I know YYZ, we were a little caught off guard by it because of how it's like dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? So, and apparently that's on this same album, Moving Pictures. Yeah. So
that was 1981. It looks like.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is a big time album for them as well. I know I've heard a lot of you guys kind of talk about this album in the comments, and a lot of artists were inspired by what they were able to do on this album. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it looks like we're venturing back. Limelight won the poll.
Yeah, man. So just real quick, we're not gonna waste a lot of time on the poll, but thank you so much for everybody that participated in the poll. But I just wanted to say honorable mention here, La Villa Strangiato. I think that's how you say it.
Which means there's gonna be controversy. Yeah. When it's that close, came in at how much?
312. And Limelight came in at 333. So that's a very, very close margin.
All right, let's do it. Every time this happens, let's just play a little bit before we get into Limelight.
Play a little bit of the other song here.
Actually, no, we'll wait. We'll do Limelight because I don't want Limelight. Limelight is the winner, and I don't want it to be tainted.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. So we'll do a little bit of La Villa Strangiato. I'm not sure how that's pronounced.
Yeah, so
at the end of Limelight after this is over. So just to kind of give y'all a little something. All right, let's get into this Rush Limelight.
Yes, sir.
I want to spin around like a Disney princess. That's what Rush gives me, the vibe they give me sometimes. I want to just this is the part of the movie where someone jumps off a cliff and they're flying. But they don't think they can fly though. But they end up flying though.
You see that? He almost like poked me in the eye, guys. He was like,
but you're always, you're sharp, man. That's Mr. Miyagi shit. Like I know my surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
that's what it gives me. It gives me the chase your dreams and conquer your fears. Happiness will surely appear.
It's happy. So basically, what you're saying is very, very happy.
Happy Disney-esque.
Okay.
And that, like I said in the 2112, I was just like, it's kind of the only thing about Rush though, if I have to be, and this is just a personal thing. If I have to critique Rush, sometimes they do come off a little corny. Instead of just reading Rainbowish, I said that before. I
get
review.
it.
And that can be a little cheesy for my taste. But
I hear what you
musicianship,
that
is
shit
there.
Even from the beginning, how this started with the drumming came in and the way that I love that groove. I'm digging it.
But it seems
I like the way they sound. I hear what you hear.
I know, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I like the way they sound.
But let me be clear, it doesn't sound bad. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happens sometimes, man. Is I think people, because they don't like that you don't necessarily like something, they'll just all of a sudden just make up anything and say, no, you said you don't like them. No, at no point did I say that they don't sound good or I don't like them. I said, I don't, this specifically reminds me of this, which is why I'm not into it, but I don't think it sounds bad at all. I think he's got a very interesting, I think his voice would be perfect. I'm not sure if Rush has ever done anything for
Disney,
for animation, but I think he's got a perfect voice.
Absolutely.
For something like that.
For like an animated movie or something like that.
They should consider that. Cut the check, Rush, for my.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just joking. All right, let's get back to it. Beyond the Gilded Cage. Casting this unlikely road, ill-equipped to act with insufficient tact. One must put up there. And this Yeah. I'm looking, and the funny thing is, I was gonna say this just now, but I didn't want to talk too long. It sounds happy, right? The tone and the melody is happy, but it's the lyricism isn't necessarily happy. So it seems like they're talking about the cost of fame. Living on a lighted stage approaches the unreal for those who think and feel in touch with some reality beyond the gilded cage. And what kind of brought that home was sort of the pre-chorus. It says, cast this unlikely role, ill-equipped to act with insufficient tact. One must put up barriers to keep oneself intact. So what they're saying is you got to play this part
in the limelight.
Yep. Right? And the gilded cage line was brilliant, I thought, because a gilded cage essentially, and I don't know if it was the Black Thought freestyle where we talked about that. Black Thought mentioned the gilded cage. But it seems like on the outside, it seems like they are in this amazing advantageous position, but really they lack the freedom. Yep. They're in this sort of cage. Yep. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's what fame is, right? It's like this cage that holds you. You seem like you're on this high pedestal, but in reality,
outside looking in.
Yep. In reality, you're in prison. Yep. You know what I mean? So I thought the writing is actually really good, and it's not happy, even though the tone and the melody seems happy. So let's keep it going.
To the thing. Beautiful right here. Okay. I'm really loving the musicianship in this, man.
This transition is excellent.
Yeah.
Sexy. Woo.
Yes.
Woo. We're gonna have to run that back.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
This little two-man weave.
Beautiful, man.
This little two-man weave going on between
the drummer
Neil
and
Peart and Geddy Lee, I think. Who's actually the guitarist here? Whoever it is. You know, Neil Peart and the solo being done here is excellent. Yeah, this solo.
Beautiful.
This solo, definitely. This transition and the lyricism is what's keeping me into the song.
Dude, I love the transitions. How the way Rush integrates their transitions, man. We've said this in other songs, man. Especially when you hear the prog element in it, it's not so sharp to me.
And it's not overdone.
Yeah, dude, they just do a great job, man.
And I love how they just seem to have an understanding of making sure that you're providing a good cohesive musical experience.
Correct.
Regardless of what's going on. Neil Peart does a great job. I'm not sure who the engineer of it is. I think it is Neil Peart that sort of engineers the transitions. Even this transition here is just very sexy. Still felt cohesive. Still felt it's an interesting departure, but it doesn't feel like it's an irrelevant departure from what's going on. So they're great, and I understand why people are so high on this band. Yeah. You know, I completely understand.
I'm one of them.
All right, let's get back to it. The bass is crazy too.
Yeah, that was a great song.
Yeah.
That was a great song. I am a little disappointed you didn't bring it back. You said we got to hear that transition.
Oh, did I fuck up?
Yeah, but that's all good.
No. Let's bring it back. Hold on before we give our conclusion.
Yeah, because I was ready to hear that again.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah. This is old. Beautiful. And you can still hear the body. But it's live, dude. Yeah.
That's brilliant right there, though. The bass, right? When Neil Peart is going out, he's out of his mind right here. The lead guitarist is very sexy, but I love how the bass came in. Right, it was like, I don't know what part it was, maybe a few seconds before this part that we stopped at, that boom, 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 while Neil was losing his mind. I just thought it was just all woven in together.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done, man. Beautifully done.
I'll let that carry out here, guys. So, but that was crazy.
Right beautiful. Boom.
The frog in the bass.
Yep.
Yeah, they're great.
He's like, yeah, they're great. They are though. They are, man. You know, and I just love everything about this song, and I love the way the transitions seem to just, and I don't know what other way to say it, guys. They don't come from nowhere, you know, and that, you know, it's hard to say that because sometimes we've done songs with other prog bands, and I've liked that, but I just think that, you know, this should be the standard to me. If I was a prog band or a prog guitarist or anybody that is in that genre, I would look to Rush as like the stamp. This is like the golden standard.
I think they do.
I would say that's the golden standard.
Yeah, they've inspired countless musicians, according to a lot of our subs. Man.
Yeah, man.
Rush is pretty much the standard. Neil Peart is godlike to a lot of musicians,
and I can see it. I can see
drummers and musicians alike, and Geddy Lee and all these guys are. So I can see why. Yeah, I can see why they are great. And when you really start to hone in on and really pay attention,
that's what it is.
You start to see the greatness.
Yeah, I didn't cut you off. Yeah, my point of saying that though is the point that you just said.
Yeah.
When you really start to dig into the music, because I could be cleaning the house or on an elevator, and this could be playing and not really paying attention to what's happening. But I think when people really give bands in general a bad rap, I think they don't take the time to dig into it. And when you really listen to it, you're like, because that's what we try to do. We try to understand it, guys. We try to understand it from all different perspectives, especially from a new perspective. And dude, they're checking all the boxes. You're like, man, this is fly.
Yep.
So much so that we have to rewind it sometimes. Like, man, let's go back and listen.
Go back to that. No, they really are great, and we're not
Fly.
saying that because we just know we have a lot of people who enjoy Rush. I mean,
we've
you've seen us.
We've pissed a lot of people off on this channel.
Yeah, we have no problem saying we don't like a song. It's nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So.
I will say this though. I'm not. This won't make my playlist.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Yeah,
I don't like the sort of. I completely understand why this is anyone's playlist. This is a great song. You know, I just don't like the sort of. The vocals are just cheap. The melody, ding da ding da ding ding ding. So you don't reminds me of a cheesy Disney movie.
Do you like
song.
Disney movies though?
I like that for Disney. When I'm watching a Disney movie. You know what I'm saying? You know, I appreciate it for if I'm watching the end of it, I appreciate that accompanying, that type of movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That type of scene. But when I'm
it.
just chilling, listening to music, I don't want to. I know I'm not going to go back to this. But I wanted to make sure I saved that for last, so you guys can understand. This is great. Yep. I'm not.
Yeah, I still don't like it. Yeah, it's playlist for me, man. I do like it a lot. I do like it a lot. But I hear what you hear, though.
I know, and I hear what you hear, and I hear what y'all hear. And shout out to everybody who voted for this song and all that. That's cool. Now let's give La Villa Strangiato.
Strangiato.
It better not be Strangiato. That just sounds ridiculous. I hope it's Strangiato because that shit sounds fly. Let's get at a shot, and just because we know that came in a very close second.
Give them a little taste. Or give us a little taste, actually, because they know what it sounds like. So.
Exactly. 9 minutes and 35 seconds, huh?
Wow. We dodged a bullet on that because that is long.
But I think that's probably why. That's probably why this one didn't win, because I think in a recent, what video did we just put out? It was Nightwish.
The Nightwish.
Nightwish. I was just like, damn, this is long as hell. For that particular style, it was long for me. Not that I can't listen to any long songs ever, but for that particular style, that was long. So that's probably why. That's probably what got.
I hope not.
Limelight over the hump over this one. Maybe.
I hope not.
Maybe.
I hope not.
But that's just funny because I'm seeing that this is 90 minutes and 35 seconds and Limelight was shorter. They're like,
but dude, we've enjoyed a lot of long songs.
We have. So don't let that discourage. That's why I'm trying to make it clear. Like, for the most part, no, I'm not listening to 9-minute songs all the time. But there are. We love Blackwater Park, OPEC. Yeah. Even still, that's still once in a blue moon.
It's still long, but no, I bumped that, dude. I'm listening to that.
I'm not bumping that often, but it still can get play. But the bottom line is this, guys. I'm probably gonna cut some shit out. Bottom line is, because me and Ryan just went on this long tangent that's just irrelevant, and we need to get this video finished. The bottom line is this: yes, there are times where there's certain songs depending on the band and how the song sounds, and it could be 8, 9, 10 minutes long, and it could really grab us. Yeah. Right. And there are other times where it just seems like the song is not bad, but it depends on the song. It just depends on the song. And for the most part, I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, I am not really playing a lot of long songs, but there are exceptions to the rule. Okay. So with that being said, let's get into La Villa Strangiato to see what they have to offer on this one.
We're not playing the whole song.
No, only a snippet.
Yeah, this sounds like this is gonna be like a performance already.
More of an epic. Mm. Well, the length it gives you an indication as well. Who's that? Bon Jovi on a cover? Yeah.
On a different level.
Yeah, that's next level shit.
Tell. Yeah, you could just tell that that's going to be fire.
Yeah, we'll probably do a video for that.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
After having that little bit of a tease, you know that this is something that you got to take in. You got to take in the full song.
Yeah, but that sounded crazy though.
Yeah.
The way they built,
Right.
Right. I love how it was faint in the beginning and then the intensity and the volume.
Started to pump up the volume.
Raise a little bit.
Pump up the volume. No.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. So that's the end of the video. That's a good video, man. I like that. I already know what it is. We kind of know, like, at the end of these, like, that was an exceptional video. That video right there was exceptional. It's not always a home run on every video, but we genuinely, go ahead.
If we enjoy it, I think it's a good video.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think even if we don't like the song, guys, if we just had a good time, man, and we have a good time with you guys, man.
Yep.
This is what
we had a good time.
This is what we do, man. So this is what you guys, our patrons, man. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the
video
support.
will never see the light of day
on YouTube,
Patreon.
Yeah,
maybe not. Actually, that
we don't want to say never.
Never say never.
But tell your friends
that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
all right,
man.
This is good. We're done.
We're done.
Patrons, we rock with y'all, man. We love y'all. Appreciate the support.
Yes,
y'all know who we are. George, Ryan, Las Vegas.
We out.